Hey, this is my comic pull list for May 25th, 2016. This week's video is a couple days late. I had 14 titles on my list to read. Plus I went to go see X-Men Apocalypse, which was pretty good. This week's pull features 3 final issues. The first being Bill and Ted Go to Hell, issue number 4. Napoleon has totally taken over heaven, and while the nasty nightmares he brought from hell battle the rest of the gang, he uses baby Bill and Ted, who are now all grown up, to fight their fathers. It's a good last issue, everything gets tied up, and there's even a few thought-provoking moments there. Next up is Aliens, Defiance number 2. Zula and her team of synthetics stumble across the space station that appears to be non-functional. They decide to check it out for supplies and possible survivors. But guess what they find instead? It's a good second issue, not much character development, but still pretty good. Next up, it is Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency, A Spoon Too Short, number 4. One issue to go and things are getting weird. Dirk sets his plan into motion to catch the culprits behind the disappearing voices. A plan which involves Madluck and Tamasha as unknowing accomplices, though they don't seem to mind. One issue to go, and after this issue, there's no telling how things are going to get wrapped up. Next, it's Gem and the Holograms, number 15. Silica's band, The Sickness, takes over the Misfits tour, and the Holograms have to join up with their arch nemesis, to stop her. Just as things look hopeless, an unexpected guest shows up in appropriately dramatic fashion to help save the day. Or maybe bask in their destruction. Good issue as we start to wrap up this Dark Gem storyline. Next up, it is Orphan Black, Helsinki number 5. Finally! This issue was supposed to come out 2 months ago. Why it's late is anybody's guess. I could only find speculation on Reddit that the holdup was either due to last-minute script changes to make it fit with the series, or that they held off on the release of it as not to spoil elements in the show. This is my guess, as this issue totally spoils who the character MK really is. Anyway, this wraps up this 5-issue miniseries and brings us full circle back to the show. Next, it's Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, number 7. Lunella emerges from her Terrigen Mist-induced cocoon, but what effect will her exposure to this alien gas have on her? Meanwhile, in another galaxy, a young Kree hopes to prove himself as a warrior by capturing an Inhuman. And he's got his sights set on Lunella. It's a good start to this new Cosmic Cooties story arc, and I look forward to seeing where it goes. Next, we have Star Wars, Obi-Wan and Anakin, number 5. Now, the battle between the open and closed comes to a head as Anakin and Obi-Wan try to garner, some kind of peace between the warring factions. It's an okay final issue. I would have liked there to have been more interaction between the Emperor and Anakin, but hopefully we'll get a series out of this eventually. Next up, it's Star Wars number 19. The Rebel Jail story arc concludes with the big reveal of the Sunspot Prison's mysterious attacker's identity. This is a good ending, but I was a bit disappointed by the reveal. But it's been a pretty good title, so I look forward to seeing where it goes next. Next up, it's Doctor Who, the 9th Doctor, number 2. Rose learns the identity of the imposter doctor, while the real doctor and Jack deal with the local constabulary. An okay second issue, still not crazy about the villain, but other than that, it's pretty good. Next up, with more Doctor Who, it's Doctor Who, the 10th Doctor, Year 2, number 10. As the Doctor and Gabby and Cindy head for New Orleans for a real vacation, an unknown force attacks the TARDIS. We also get reacquainted with an old adversary. Not sure if I like this new story arc yet, but, we'll see where it goes. Next, it's Doctor Who, the 12th Doctor, Year 2, Number 6. This new story arc picks up after Clara's departure. To cheer himself up, the Doctor has decided to take himself a tour through time and visit all of his favorite music. On a space station called The Twist, the Doctor meets bass player Hattie, and the two immediately fall into a murder mystery, as happens with the Doctor. It's a good first issue of the story arc. I'm interested to see how the 12th Doctor gets by without Clara, because, I never really cared much for Clara anyway. But so we'll see. Finally, it's Satan's Hollow number 3. Now, Sandra digs further into the grisly events that happened 20 years earlier, not realizing that evil is closer than she knows. I'm still on the fence about this comic, but with only 2 issues left, I'll go ahead and finish it. Well, that's it for this week's poll. Thanks for watching. Please hit like and subscribe and drop me a comment below. I really love hearing from you guys. See you later.